This is Gerald Johan van Wa's educational channel related with the book Sound in Form. Book also in 2 volumes. Volume 1, of course, about the theory with some examples, and the application of the word with also some explanation about origins of the theory, about similar theories, about steering mechanisms in language and scripts, and association spectrograms. The book is about the meaning of sounds and how you can combine letters and of course sounds, and how you can combine and how you can change them to forms, and you can analyze what the words mean. And it proves also that it is predestined, so that we name the words with certain letters combinations because it also has an underlying system which makes it fit and which makes us choose certain letters. In addition to the previous video, I already mentioned the BAL and BAAL, that there was a technique called the deformation of forms. This is actually still a technique in progress. I have some very good examples in my book, but I can't play with it infinitely, and I don't try it most of the times because there are some things missing that I don't really know where it starts and where it ends. I don't see the full range of this technique yet, but the principles are actually coming to the same kind of results compared to the other techniques, which are more simple. But I will use this formula to see how the words transform the form. So I'll start from the form. That's the starting point from the circle. I will add the B formula to it, so I will have a starting point for the B, and then I will stretch it because of the A with a certain volume of certain size, as the theory says. So I have here ba. And then with the L, I have to stretch it back to its from the opposite direction. So I'll have the L to it, and in the combination of everything I found, the B, the ba, and the L, I have BAL. And these are the 3 directions that are somewhere there, transforming and deforming the forms. It's not exactly 100% clear if you don't have a little bit of explanation this time. In my book the examples are much more clear, but I started talking about this technique. I had the words BAL and BAAL, so what else could I do then to also make it happen and see what happens in these words. Ba, of course, for BAL, will be a slightly different form. With the double A, it will stretch itself much further, and then because of the L, then it has a different size. The R has a different size. The results of the L will also be different and has a different size, and the results of all the combinations will also be different, and it will create a different result. So BAL and BAAL are creating a different result. The BAL is the bale of hay, as you know it, and it has a round form, and it is actually also it actually is about sticking hay together in a kind of a wheel. But it also exists in a brick form, let's say, in a box form, and that might be strange, but it is about sticking with the layers. So you stick it in with and stick it with layers together. So that can be sensed more or less here as well. And I compared it before with the forms and with the BAL. So I said it was more or less, it was more not about the BAL form, because BAL is ball, but it is actually about something that stretches out itself over a surface with a certain tension. This tension is there, this pressure on this surface. BAL is also this pressure, but its pressure is in layers. It is building up in layers, and it is stretching itself into these layers themselves, so it creates a different result. And even if the result is already measurable, as I said, in a two-dimensional form of a surface which has a starting point of 1 center, or the two-dimensional stretch form of BAL. There was one explanation there, so that because of the A, I had just 1 center point BAL, and with the BAL I had 2 centered wheel actually, so it was very easy to get to a wheel. But BAL is not just a wheel, so it also has some other meanings, like the overflow of something that you don't like anymore, and they say it's enough of it. So that's also the pressure, which is overloading a little bit, and it's pressing up. The pressure is building up there. That is more or less the BAL thing there. And of course we know also that BAL has this different brick form or box form. And yeah, if I start this technique not from a circle but from a square, then it also will fit equally as well. And because it doesn't matter which form you use, there is a pressure, and whatever form you use, a circle or a square or a triangle, the same kind of technique of deformation will be seen in whatever form it is. That is more or less what the technique is about. And then you have the BAL of the building up layers, or even building up the bricks, as a matter of speaking. It is a bit vague here, but you see the direction in which the words are pointing towards. And this investigations also from different kinds of viewpoints will also reveal after a while what are the difference between the words. So BAL is, as I say, as a conclusion, it's more like a stretchable surface. So this red part on top is more like, yeah, I can stretch it still a little bit, and we still have a BAL there, while the BAL is more about the putting things on top of each other, the BAL, not just as bricks on top of each other, it's also the building up pressure, the pressure of the hay which is inside it. So it's the form in that way fits. Anyhow, if it even is a wheel or it's not a wheel, it's still the same thing. The idea behind it is the same thing. I hope you enjoyed. This was again the demonstration of something which was explained in the book Sound in Form. If you want to start the theory, you can also just buy volume 1, and we have some examples there. If you want to go deeper into what all happens in language and in astrology and in scripts and so on, the second one is more your cup of tea. There's even some references to ancient Egyptian, Chinese, Japanese, whatever associations that can be found there related with letters and sounds, and how you can analyze them with the techniques and with the associations that I've built up in volume 1, but you can even start from volume 2, no problem with that. Thanks for watching. Anyhow, this was Gerald Johan van Waas. You can see the website. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel if you would like. Thank you very much. Bye bye.